Today on Scott Industries, we're talking about relationships, in particular, squad relationships. I've been gaming for quite a number of years, probably over a decade, and multiplayer online, and over time, gotten into a clan. We've all played together and accumulated members over time, and it's been great. Pretty much until we got to this title, Battlefield 1. And I'm actually not in this capture, but you can see our squad working hard together, and we kind of acquired the fart clan tag there too, which I think was a bit of a coup. Unless you can add that anywhere. Anyone can add it. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. Anyway, there's a bit of conflict going on at the moment, and that is to do with what happens with the way a squad is managed, and you could sort of pinpoint it down to the ethics of squad stealing. So I think it's a great flaw in the game in Battlefield 1 is that there's many great things about it, but there's this thing where if someone's not designating flags, then you can put in an order request and you can take the squad off them. And yeah, I mean, look, it can be exploited and it can also be useful. So I think that there used to be a system in Battlefield 4, was it Battlefield 2 even, where you could actually mutiny. So if all the squad members weren't happy with what was going on, they could all vote, and then that way someone else could take over the squad. But as it stands, I'll tell you the upside of the current system is that if you're in a squad in Battlefield 1, and this is the upsides and also the way that I view how the system should operate, is that if you're in a squad and you join it and the person who's running the squad is not designating flags, then I think you should give them a few minutes to see if they're actually going to designate a flag. They might have forgotten. And then if they eventually do designate a flag after you prompted them by asking for a squad order, then what you can do is to negate your takeover of the squad, you can hit the affirmative button, and I've found that means that you're affirming what the squad leader has said, and therefore you're not just ignoring it and trying to spam them and take over the squad. And even more so if that person is a squad leader, and you can tell they're in a clan because they've got clan tags, you have to be careful there, and you also have to be careful if they've got a boost, because I think there's kind of nothing ruder than going in and you see someone with a boost, and then they are designating orders, and you just ignore that and you start spamming them and taking over the squad and acquiring it off them because they had a momentary lapse of reason, or they're under pressure like I often am in a tank, and so they're not immediately designating flags, or they might be dead or getting themselves a coffee. So yeah, it is open to exploitation in that you can go in and spam someone with squad orders, take over the squad, and then you're getting the extra points and you start dictating. Then kind of people get annoyed because they leave, especially if they're playing with their clan. So there's upsides and downsides, and I think a positive use of that squad mechanism, which needs improvement, but the positive way to use it is that if someone is just not aware of squad orders, is just not doing it, you give them a fair amount of time, 5-10 minutes, and if they eventually, it's just to the detriment of the team, you go in and you can put in an order to take over the squad. So that's, but if the person is actually functioning well in the squad, and especially if they've got a boost, you don't know them, don't take it over. So talking about my clan specifically, and I've sort of had a bit of a disagreement with one of my long-term clan members, and to me it comes more down to a stylistic way of playing the game. And I'll tell you my opinion, and then I'll tell you their opinion. So my opinion is that I like the idea of casual gaming. I like the idea of not dictating to other players, and I like the idea of whatever happens. If I'm squad leader, you join my squad, then if I assign a flag, you have the option to go to it or not. But I'm just going to assign the flags as I think is appropriate, and you can either follow or not. And if you don't like it, you should just go and join another squad. But I think that you're getting into kind of a territory of conflict if you come into the squad, and then you haven't been invited into the squad, you've invited yourself in. And that invitation is always open, but it kind of closes down if you invite yourself in, then come and second guessing a squad leader, disobeying orders, then spamming them with order requests, and then stealing the squad. And really, it's not even a squad issue. It's about not telling other people how to play the game, which is one of my pet hates. You shouldn't tell anyone how to play the game. So, for example, if I was going to join a squad, then I would obey the squad leader as much as I could. And then if I found them too onerous, I'd just leave. But I wouldn't just stalk someone and then keep joining their squad and demanding that they change their behavior, because I really haven't changed my gameplay. Yeah, I do like getting the points, but I do like giving people option, go there or not. And I think that organically it evolves, that you have good communication if you trust the squad members, and you once that trust is built, then you kind of get into the mode of sharing the squad around. And I did have about a month ago, my headphones ran out, the old Astros, as they often do, and so I couldn't communicate properly with the squad, and I got a bit of a glitchy controller sometimes, so I just handed the squad over to another squad member, and everyone kind of realized. So that's my point of view, is that you shouldn't take the game too seriously. Some people do, but if you're in a serious clan, then you should go and play professionally, maybe move to South Korea and join some of those massive leagues they have over there, get that big prize money. So that's my point of view. Then I have, I'm trying to tell you, the person I'm sort of having the debate with most often, is that their point of view is that the squad leader, depending on who's in the squad, should make the decisions, tactically proper decisions, and if they don't, then that person would take over the squad and start second guessing the person and debate those decisions with the squad leader. So this is, I'm trying to be really objective about this, but my opinion is that if that's your style of gameplay, then you should form your own squad, and you are more than entitled to do that. And if I want to join you and their rules, then I'll stick by them, but I probably won't stay there for very long, because that's not how I play. I play for the enjoyment, and I think when you get into this over competitive, you shouldn't do that. So my argument against that person is that you should form your own squad. Go and form your own squad, follow your rules, but I just don't think coming to someone else's squad and starting to dictate how they should perform, whether logically or not. It's, say if I ran Insane Squad and I was just designating the same flag, and it was the death flag, and I was the only person there, and say if it just made no sense tactically, it doesn't really matter, because that's my squad. And you can join like 6, 7, 8, 10 squads on Battlefield. So I just don't see why you would want to stalk that person, unless you were really at the core trying to tell them what to do. But some people, their argument is that that's not in the spirit of clan gameplay. That if you're working together as a team, and it's very satisfying working together in Battlefield as a team, that if you're working together as a team, that you should do what's in the interests of the team. And so therefore you should make every effort to behave in a particular fashion and play in a certain way, and the most maybe logical way or competitive way. And to me, that's just a bridge too far. It just feels more like a job. And I'm not saying all my decisions are right, but they're my decisions. So, and I really have always played that way. Well, in fact, I only since Battlefield 4 have I really focused on ranking up, or KD or anything like that. I really haven't. I've really just been in it for that. In fact, I was glitching for a few years there, so I haven't really been focused on that style of gameplay. It's always been pretty casual, and the thing I've always liked about our clan is it's been casual, and to me it just feels a bit too serious now, and that kind of negates the joy I have from social gaming. So you could argue, if I was to be super objective, neither is right or wrong. They're two different approaches, but it's not what I want to do. So I don't think that you should dictate to others what to do. But, everyone has their different style of playing. But to me, I have not changed my style of play, and I don't intend to. So if it means I play with my squad less, so be it. But it's interesting how the dynamics of the squad have changed, and I think that other player there, they've taken the game a bit more seriously than they have in the past. But, relationships evolve, game's evolving, it's getting more serious, and, the other offer I made was that you could actually have a designated night. You go, okay, this is like serious gameplay night, so if you want me to join your squad, I can do everything you want me to do. That's the only way I can think to come through it is to reach that agreement, is to kind of reach a compromise and have a rostered day of serious gameplay. So yeah, if you don't know anything about Battlefield, you're going to think, what is he talking about? But if you do like the game and you do have an opinion on squads and what I've said, and maybe you like my other clan members' point of view, and there's a lot of people out there a bit more competitive, then yeah, leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Okay, thanks for joining in. Bye.